What's happening, family? Dr. Joe here. Hope each of you are well and blessed. You see the picture beside me, the lovely Miss Carla Lorraine. She makes a post. I want to read you what she says. This was a public post. This is why I'm reading it. She says, actually, she was in Egypt. You can see the picture. She had a great time. She says, I gained 3.8 pounds, assuming while she was traveling, walking 15 to 20,000 steps a day. The food in Egypt was delicious, even ate dessert daily. Then she tags Joseph L. Williams. Me, 40 Turnip has taught me how to have this weight off in the next 7 days and back to food as fuel. Okay, now, this is great because we're in travel season. We've been traveling. You guys are probably traveling. We'll soon travel. The summer is upon us. We got the first summer holiday coming up later on this month, very, very soon. You're going to be taking vacations, cruises, weddings, all types of things that you're going to be doing. And a lot of people struggle when they go on vacation. They come back, they're overweight, they're depressed, they had a great time, and there's no equilibrium, no balance. But I want you to understand how people who come through the 40-day turn up and people who are trained properly can handle something that is such an enigma for those of us, especially as we get older. You know, when you're in your 20s, early 30s, you can just think that I'm going to eat healthy and you'll see the weight. But as you get in your late 30s, early 40s, your metabolism changes, but it does not mean that your results are not within arm's reach. It just means that your approach and your philosophical approach towards food has to shift. There are three things I want to point out that she says in her post. Number one, notice that she says, and this, of course, can be quoted in what I just read. She says, I gained 3.8 pounds. Here she's been in Egypt. She gained 3.8 pounds. Number one, she's mindful of her weight. That means she knew what she weighed when she left. She knows what she weighed when she came back. Most people don't do that. Most people avoid the scale. Most people listen to reels and all types of trainers and this person, that person saying, hey, you don't need to be watching your weight. And that is a farce. Just like you watch your money, you need to watch your weight. Why? Because when you know where you are, you're always getting feedback on what you're doing in order to know what you've done to get to where you are and what you need to do to get back to where you need to be. That's number one. It's very, very important that she's aware of that. All right. The people who don't know what they weigh, the people who weigh them, there's some people weigh themselves once a year when they get their physical. You'd be surprised. All right. So knowing where she is, knowing how much did I gain? How much am I away from my baseline? That's key. That's a person who's been empowered and who understands. And individuals who are aware of what it is that you weigh, always getting that constant feedback, are individuals who are not going to let themselves go as precipitously as those who do not weigh themselves. What am I saying? When you're weighing yourself consistently, there's a less likelihood that you're going to gain weight versus when you're just out here living your best life and you get on the scale and you're 10 pounds heavier, you're 15 pounds heavier. It's always easier to get back to your baseline when you're 2 to 3 pounds more than when you're 10 to 15 pounds more. That's a fact. Number two, all right, she knows exactly what to do. She says the 40 Turnip has empowered me to know how to get this weight off in 7 days, which means what? She knows the plan. She's been taught. We're taught everything but how to eat. Right now, I've got a 6-year-old and is doing grouping. For all my teachers out there, salute to y'all. And I'm helping my baby with her homework. And see, when I was growing up, we used our fingers to count. And I'm sitting up here teaching her to do it. And Lynette says, no, they don't do that anymore. I said, what do you mean? And she's telling me about something called grouping, where it's a different way of counting. Now, to me, it doesn't make sense. I trust the professionals that they know. All of the new people, most of us learn with our fingers. That's not how it is. The point is, I'm talking to my child. She's learning about counting. She's learning about history. She's learning about social studies. She's learning about mathematics, Spanish, science, all of these great things. And this is nothing against her school, but this is about our culture. Nothing about food. Nothing about what is a protein? What is a carbohydrate? What is a fat? What do the different macronutrients do to me? They don't learn that, but our children are learning that at home. So the point I'm trying to make is most people struggle with weight. Most people are struggling with metabolic disorders, i.e. insulin resistance, diabetes, pre-diabetes, various manifestations of autoimmune diseases. Those are metabolic type of problems. All right. Many people are struggling with these things because they don't know how to eat. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to assemble a plate. You'd be surprised how many people out there are vegans thinking that they're eating properly. You'd be surprised how many people out there think that all I gotta do is take out red meat and I'm going to be healthy. You'd be surprised how many people who are juicing and probably shouldn't. Now, and the thing about it is everybody's situation is different, which means that this particular diet may not be ideal for this particular person, but it's learning what is best for me and why I'm to consume that. So number 2, she has a plan. Number 3, she understands that, hey, my vacation life is not my at-home life. She says, hey, I've been eating desserts on the daily, and I get it. Lynette and I just got back from Grenada. Shout out to all my Grenadians out there. Had a great time. Was I eating things that wasn't normal? Yes. We were eating all types of foods. Now, I have a regimen that I'll talk more about when I'm out of town to limit my weight gain. But yeah, I was eating stuff that I don't normally eat. Breakfast and having some sausage and eggs. It was great. Some Grenadian rum every single day. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Yes, I came back heavier. Been back for 4 days. And in 2 more days, everything that I gained will be off in 6 days. Okay? Had a plan. And I know that I'm not in Grenada anymore. A lot of folks, when they go on vacation, they come back and you're still there. You still eating like you at the buffet. You still snacking like you in Jamaica. You still eating like you in Italy. You still out here having desserts and extra foods. No. When you come back to life, you got to leave that there. That's called maturity. It's like when you go to the mall and you spend a certain amount of money. You can't go and do that every day. Because if you do, most of us are going to be in some form of debt or our finances are going to be strained. If you got it like that, you got it like that. But I think y'all get the point. So salute to Miss Carla. Thank you for that post. Hope this particular presentation helps. Until next time, hope you're well and blessed. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.